Oklahoma City Thunder has one of the brightest futures in the NBA, if not the brightest in the entire NBA. With Sam Presti as the GM and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as the franchise point guard, the possibilities are endless. They also have a bunch of draft picks over the next few years, and I'm really excited about that as well. They can make future trades, they can get a bunch of good players on their team, almost form a super team if they really wanted to, but I don't think they're really going to. I think they're going to let their young stars develop and go from there. But we're going to head over to 2K and see how this plays out. I'll see you guys there. All right, now that we're over on 2K, we're going to go ahead and check out the roster. We have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, we have Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, the new pickup from overseas. I'm not even going to try and say his name, but I'm going to say Mitchich as his last name. We have Isaiah Joe, Kenrich Williams, Pokashevsky, Jalen Williams, Trey Mann, Victor Oladipo, Aaron Wiggins, Ousmane Dieng, or Jeng, shall I say, not Deng, Lindy Waters, Cason Wallace, and Olivier Sarr, or Oliver Sarr. I'm not really exactly sure how to say that, but I think honestly for the first season, I think I'm going to see how good this young team does. I do want to check out the tendencies and make sure everything is good there. I don't really want Shai taking every single shot in the game. I definitely want him to take most, so I'm going to leave him at a 95. Giddey definitely needs to go up to at least an 85 because I want him taking the second most shots. I also want Chet Holmgren to develop. I'm going to bring him up to probably about an 82, I believe. And as we go on throughout the video, we're definitely going to add in more tendencies to him so he can shoot a little bit more. Isaiah Joe, he's a three-point shooter. I know his three-point tendency is already going to be high, so I think we're good there. The bench is not too bad. It could be a little bit better, but like I said, I'm going to let the first year play out. We're going to rebuild our rotations. This is exactly what it's looking like so far. It's not absolutely horrible. It's not the best either. I honestly say that we're at least a 6 seed. I don't see why we can't make the playoffs, but we're going to let the first year play out, as I said, and I will see you guys at the end. All right, so as of right now, we are wrapping up the season. We are just about even. We're a little bit under even, but we are sitting at the 9th seed right now, which isn't horrible. I did expect this to be a little bit better, but I'm not too mad about it. We got Ja Morant as your MVP, Victor Wembanyama as your Rookie of the Year. 6th man goes to Chris Paul. Giannis is your depoy. Paul Reed, Most Improved. Trae Young's Clutch Player of the Year with Taylor Jenkins as your Coach of the Year. You got your All-NBA first team. It's your All-NBA second. Your All-NBA third team with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making it. I don't believe we're going to have any defensive team players. We do not. We also have Chet Holmgren making the All-Rookie first team, which is great to see. And we also have Mitchich making the All-Rookie second team. So we love to see that. Our young guys are developing nice. We are the 9th seed taking on Houston in the play-in game. We're going to go ahead and simcast this and see what happens. I believe we can beat Houston. I don't see why we can't. We're both young teams, but honestly, it looks like we're going to walk away. Ooh, I might have spoke too soon. 118, 3 seconds left. Let's go ahead and hop in and see what happens. I might have stopped it right at the perfect time. I don't want to be on anybody's team. They can hit a buzzer beater right here. We're going to let this play out and see what happens. Chet Holmgren's going to pass the ball in. He's going to get it into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going to take the 3. And he misses. Wow. I was expecting that to go in just because of how 2K works. I am really sorry if the game is loud. I'm not sure why it is, but we're going to let this quarter play out just a tiny little bit and then kind of see how it goes. And then we're going to simcast the rest. Hopefully we can get this game done. I don't see why we can't. We're going to see who makes the first basket out of the possessions, and whoever makes the first possession, we'll go ahead and simcast from there. Got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander taking the ball up. Passes it out to Lou Dort. Passes it over to Jalen Williams, who gets it into Giddey, and he scores the and one. That's what we like to see. All right, let's go ahead and sim to the end, like we said. And we ended up getting it done, 136 to 131. Shout out the boys. That's what we like to see. We're going to go and take on Dallas in the first round. Actually, no, sorry. We went to go play in Dallas in the other playing game, and we ended up beating them. And we take on Memphis in the first round. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the first game, in which they take. They are the first seed. They are up 2-1. Let's go ahead and simcast the next game. Let's see what happens. Maybe we can get it done. Looks like we got a pretty good lead going into the third. Oh yeah, it looks like we're going to run away with this game. All right. So we like to see OKC simulate the next game in which they take. We don't like to see that. Let's go ahead and simcast this and see what happens. They do have a good lead heading into the second, but we do catch our way back up going into the third. They do run away with a significant lead again, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and lose in the first round to the Grizzlies. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs, and let's see who wins the championship. We got LeBron James as your Western Conference MVP, and we have Joel Embiid as your Eastern Conference MVP. That would be a great finals to watch. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest. And we have your 76ers taking it in 7, I believe it said, with Joel Embiid as your finals MVP. All right. We're going to head over to the lottery. I expect us to have a decent draft pick because of all the trades we made. And we actually end up at 12 from Houston. And we also... Honestly, no, that's it. Okay. Can't complain about that. Let's go and head over to the draft. See what our options are. If not, we're going to go ahead and trade away the pick. There are some solid players here. To be completely honest, there's nothing really here that catches my eye too well. So I honestly think I'm going to trade away the pick. Actually, I got 2 picks here in the first round. So I think I'm going to trade both of these away. And I'm going to see what I can get back. All right, I do understand this trade is super unrealistic, but we're going to go ahead and bring Alperen Sengun in from the Houston Rockets, who we beat in the play-in this year. So we're going to go ahead and send those picks over to Houston, and we're going to sim out the rest of the draft. I'm not really too worried about what happens in the rest. We're going to go ahead and head over to the player options, make sure we get everybody back that we want. I'm cool with everybody besides Wiggins. I don't really think I'm going to bring him back. I don't really think he's going to get too many minutes. I don't even think Jeng's going to get too many minutes, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to let Poku walk. I also don't think he's going to get too many minutes. So let's see if there's any players that we can bring in that we're interested in. Could have Kelly Oubre Jr. come in as like a solid shooting guard, small forward, off the bench possibly. That's not horrible. D'Anthony Melton is also the cheaper option. A couple years younger than Kelly Oubre as well. We also got Monte Morris. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign D'Anthony Melton. $12 million is not bad for D'Anthony. We'll go ahead and announce the rights on him and the rest of the guys. D'Anthony Melton is going to sign with us, and I believe that's the only thing we're going to do free agency wise. Let's go over and check out the player progression. See how everybody's doing. See how they developed. Shai goes up 2. Looks like most of our roster went up, so we cannot complain about that. We only had 2 guys that didn't go up, so that's always a positive thing. Let's go ahead and head over to the next season. I believe I'm going to make a few trades. Let's go ahead and load in our draft class quickly. Right. Probably should have loaded in Joe Kelmers, but it's totally okay. All right, let's check out the lineup for now and see if there's any potential moves we want to make. All right, the first thing I know I want to do is I'm going to make Chet Holmgren the power forward, so that way we can play Sengun and Chet Holmgren in the same lineup. We're going to have to get a backup big, which isn't too big of a deal, but I like that a lot. We also have Jalen Williams that can come off the bench, which is really solid, and the rest of the guys that are really solid. So I think I'm good there. Let's check out and see what our offers are. First players I'm going to package up is I'm going to package Mitchich along with Kenrich Williams and see what our options are and go from there. All right, we have a trade here from the Charlotte Hornets. We're going to bring in Nick Richards and Cody Martin. We're probably going to end up moving Cody Martin just because he's probably not going to get any minutes, but Nick Richards is going to be our backup center for the meantime. Let's go ahead and package Jacques Landau along with Cody Martin, and let's package a second with it and kind of see what we can get. We always got to keep our options open and see what we can do to get better. All right, this is another one of those unrealistic trades, but we're going to go ahead and bring in Bruce Brown. Get this trade done. All right, let's go ahead and rebuild our lineups and kind of see what the squad's looking like. So we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Sengun, Bruce Brown, Lou Dort, DeAnthony Melton, Trey Mann, Isaiah Joe. So we still need our big man to come in. So we definitely are going to have to take minutes away from somebody, or at least add a 10-man lineup. And let's go ahead and take away the minutes from Isaiah Joe and bring up Nick Richards and make sure he gets a couple more minutes. We're going to go ahead and simulate this season and see how we do. Hopefully we are at least a 4th, maybe 2nd seed. Who knows? Honestly, I'm happy as long as we're in the playoffs. I will see you guys at the end of the season. All right, guys, we are wrapping up year 2. As of right now, we are the number 1 seed. We have just about 52 wins. It looks like we might finish off with 53. We love to see that. 53-29 is the final record with Luka as your MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to Adam Mara. 6th Man of the Year goes to Scoot. Depoy goes to Giannis. Most Improved goes to Jonathan Kuminga. Clutch Player of the Year goes to Luka. And your Coach of the Year is JB Bickerstaff. You got your All-Rookie First Team. Or All-NBA First Team, sorry. All-NBA Second Team. And your All-NBA Third Team, which we didn't have any of the OKC team or team members on there. We do have Chet Holmgren as your second team, so we do like to see that as well. And we did not have any rookies. We are the 1 seed, and let's see who we are playing in the first round. We're going to be taking on the Lakers. Let's go ahead and sim first game, in which we take. We also take game 2. They take 3. We are up 3-1. All right, we go ahead and knock out the Lakers in the first round, and we're going to take on the Memphis Grizzlies, the people who knocked us out in the last round, and we go up 1 game to 0, and then now we are up 2-0. 3-0 OKC. We love to see it. They do end up taking a game, but hopefully we can get it done here, in which we do. Go over to the next round, in which we are taking on the 2nd seed Phoenix Suns. Let's simulate the first game, in which they take, unfortunately, we take game 2 and 3. We love to see that. Game 4 is also ours, and let's see what happens. Ooh, they end up taking that. Not too mad. And they force a game 7. Now I'm a little upset. I don't like to see that at all. We do take a really good lead in the first, but anything can still happen. Looks like we're going to take a really good lead heading into the 4th, and honestly, yeah, we got this one in the bag. Not really too worried. We have your Western Conference MVP as Josh Giddey and Eastern Conference MVP as Darius Garland. All right. We'll go ahead and simulate the first game, in which the Cavs take, which is a little upsetting to see. They also take game 2. It's not looking too good for us right now. All right, we go down 3-0. Let's go ahead and adjust our lineup. Go ahead and change it down to an 8-man rotation. Kind of get everybody the most necessary minutes possible. We don't have a backup center, which I'm not too big on, but we got to do what you got to do sometimes. And let's simcast and see what happens. We do have a really good lead heading into the 2nd, now the 3rd. So it looks like we're going to run away with this game. Can never complain about that. We end up winning by 20. Let's go ahead and simcast the next game. Hopefully we can somewhat make this series competitive. I don't really want to lose this quick, but it looks like we're going to get our asses busted, and it looks like we're going to go home, which is totally okay. There's always room to improve, as I said, with Darius Garland as your finals MVP. All right, so we know we are in the right direction. We made the finals, which means we can definitely win the championship next year. We do have the 6th overall pick from the Clippers. We also have number 17 from Utah, and it looks like that's it for now. Let's go ahead and head over to the draft, check out what our options are, and just like last year, if we don't like what they are, we'll go ahead and trade the pick away. Do have a couple. We got a Hall of Fame shooting guard here. That's what they're saying. 7th overall projection. Looks like a really solid player. We do need a backup center, though, that could start right off the bat. He doesn't have an overall. C+ grade. I think we're pretty set at the shooting guard position, though, for now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take Bidunga, which I think is our best option at the moment. And I believe we're going to go ahead and package these 2 picks and see what our options are. And hopefully we can get something back that's at least pretty decent for the most part. We're going to be doing this trade with the Boston Celtics. We're going to go ahead and send pick 17 and 19 over for a young developing power forward in Xavier Booker, and we're going to take on the contract of Bogdanovic. Let's go ahead and do that. And I believe that's all we're going to do for now. We'll go ahead and simulate the rest of the draft. And I think we're good there. Sign our rookies that we want to bring in. Just Badunga as of right now. All those players I'm cool with. We'll probably end up trading away Gorgie Jang. Qualifying offers are cool there. Is there anybody that we have to re-sign? It looks like Trey Mann is the only person. I don't know if $16 million is worth it for him, to be completely honest. I do see Sengun here. I definitely want to bring him back. Josh Giddey is also a free agent, so I definitely want to go ahead and re-sign him as well. All right, we got both of our main guys back. Is there any decent point guards that could be a little bit cheaper that could do the same exact job as Trey Mann? There's Terrence Mann. Go for the other man. 2 overalls lower. A lot cheaper option. I think I'm going to go with this for now, just to bring in a decent, solid point guard off the bench. We're going to go ahead and let Trey Mann walk. Our options here aren't really the best when it comes to free agents, so I think that's all we're going to do for now. Let's head over to player progression and kind of see how everybody's looking so far. I think Shai should at least be up to at least a 95, 96 by now if he wasn't already at it. He's at a 95 already, so that's good to see. Giddey stays the same. For the most part, everybody else goes up pretty nice. We'd like to see that as well. So let's go ahead and head over to the next season, load in our draft class, and hopefully we'll make a few trades, kind of get this team looking championship ready, because I think this is the year that we're going to do it. I don't see why we couldn't get it done. We got to the finals last year, so all right. So I believe the first trade that I'm going to make, I know for a fact, is I definitely want to get rid of the horrible contract of Bogdanovic. That's even if I did. Oh, I forgot I already traded him, didn't I? Yes, I did. Or no, we probably just got rid of him because we had too many players. I like that. That was a smart choice by the team. All right. Honestly, for the rest of it, I think we're okay lineup wise. 6-man Bruce Brown, Lou Dort. I think what I definitely want to do is I want to make it back to a 10-man rotation. Make sure we're getting enough minutes between everybody. I don't think I want to play Jalen Williams. I'm going to bring in our young guy and get him some minutes. I also... Honestly, I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Let's go ahead and simulate this season, and hopefully we're a #1 seed again, competing for a championship. I think this is the year we get it done. We are wrapping up year 3. We are the #1 seed. We did do a couple games better than last year, which we'd like to see. Losing those couple games right there actually knocked us down to the 2nd seed, which I can't complain about. It's a really close race between 1st and 2nd. We have Luka as your MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year. 6-man goes to Asar Thompson. Victor is your Rookie of the Year. Amen Thompson is your Most Improved. We got both Thompson brothers winning awards. We love to see that. And Clutch Player of the Year goes to Luka Doncic with your Coach of the Year, Jacques Vaughn. It's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making the squad. This is your All-Defensive team with Chet Holmgren making their All-Defensive second team. We love to see that. Let's see, how did our rookie do? Badunga, All-Rookie second team, and that's it. All right. We are the 2 seed. Let's see who we take on in the first round. It's going to be Golden State. Simulate game 1, in which we also take game 2. Game 3 is ours, and we go ahead and sweep them in 4. We take on the New Orleans Pelicans in the next round. Simulate game 1, in which we take game 2. Game 3 is theirs. Game 4 is also theirs. We do not like to see that at all. It's a really close game. Heading into the third, looks like we're going to run away with it heading into the fourth. We do like to see that. Anything can still happen in the sim. It is 2-3, them leading the way. Let's go ahead and simcast the next game. Hopefully we can force a game 7 and maybe get game 7 done and win it all the way. That's always the plan, but anything can happen in the sim, as I said. And it looks like they just ran away with it at the end there. Wow. We made it farther last year than we did this year. It's kind of surprising to see. All right. Jokic as your Western Conference MVP and Tyrese Halliburton as your Eastern Conference MVP. And let's simulate the rest. And we have the Pacers winning it in 5 with Tyrese Halliburton as your Finals MVP. All right. Head over to the draft lottery. And it looks like we are going to have pick 11, 12, and 28. All right. Another solid year. If last year wasn't the year, this has got to be the year. I don't see why it's not. We are the best team. There's no way we're not the best. If not, then I'll make some trades to where we are the best. So we have 11, 12, and 14. I must have missed 14. Wow. Okay. Let's see if we can get anything for all 3 of these picks. Can we get a superstar? Let's go ahead and do this trade. I think it makes our depth a lot better. Let's go ahead and go to our next pick, which is 28. I also don't think we're going to use that. So we're going to go ahead and sim to the end. Hopefully that trade that we did ended up working out pretty solid. I don't see why it wouldn't. I'm going to bring back Lu Dort. He's a nice part to our team. Ousmane Dieng is probably going to end up getting traded. And I think this is where that happens. So let's go ahead and package DeAnthony Melton along with Cason Wallace and let's go Xavier Booker as well. Even though we just traded for him, let's see if he's worth something decent. Looks like our best option here is this trade, so we're going to go ahead and do that one. All right, let's see. Any more trades we want to do? Now that we have Mikey Williams, we don't really need Terrence Mann at $7 million. And Spencer Dinwiddie's also making a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and package him with Trey Mann and see if we can get a solid point guard back. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. All right, it's not the exact point guard we were looking for, but we do end up snagging Ron Holland from the Orlando Magic. We're going to go ahead and send him over. Let's go ahead and make one last trade. I definitely think that we should be set for the most part. Actually, no. I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Forget the trades. See if there's anybody we got to bring back. Jalen Williams, it looks like we got to bring back. $18 million. I don't know if I could let that happen, unfortunately. We'll bring back Nick Richards as our backup center. We also want to go ahead and bring back Chet as well. And then we want to bring back... Who else are we missing? The other Jalen Williams. Okay. I knew it was something like that. Jalen Williams. There he was. I'm already passing him up. I don't know what I'm doing over here. All right. I think that's everybody I'm going to bring back for now. I'm going to let these two guys walk. I don't really... What do you mean I don't have enough to sign him under the cap? Okay, so it looks like we're going to make another trade to make this work because I definitely want to bring back Jalen Williams. Like, there's no way we don't let that happen. We don't really need him, but, like, I do want to bring him back. He's just such a solid player for the team. Lu Dort, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to let you walk, my boy. And let's see what we can get for you. All right, we're gonna be taking this trade from the Houston Rockets and getting a few picks back. So can never complain about that. And we definitely want to bring back Jalen Williams if we can now, which we should be able to. We sure can. All right. That's all we're going to do for now. Let's head over to player progression and check everybody out. All right. Shai did not go up, unfortunately. We have Giddey going up. Chet Holmgren goes up 2. Williams also goes up. Sengun. Badunga goes up 3. Ron Holland. Nick Richards. All right. I like how this team is looking a lot. We're really deep. I think this is the year we get it done. I don't see how we don't get it done, to be completely honest. I'm just going to go ahead and auto-generate this class. All right, let's check out our lineup. We got Giddey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Sengun, Herb Jones, Ron Holland, Cam Johnson, Bruce Brown, and Badunga. That's really solid. Like, if this isn't a championship team, I'm not exactly sure what is. We're going to go ahead and simulate the year, and I will see you guys at the end. All right, guys, we're wrapping up the year, and we are the 2nd seed, and we have 58 wins on the year. Can never complain about that. We have Darius Garland as your MVP, Cam Boozer as your Rookie of the Year, Asar Thompson, 6th Man of the Year again, Victor Wembanyama as your Depoy, Cason Wallace is your Most Improved, who we just traded away, and we have Luka Doncic as your Clutch Player of the Year, with Monty Williams as your Coach of the Year for the Pistons. Being a Pistons fan, we love to see that. All right. So we have your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, and your All-NBA third with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on there. Your defensive teams. We do not have Chet Holmgren this year, which is a little upsetting to see. Never going to complain, though. We are the 2 seed, and let's see who we are going to take on in the first round. Looks like it's going to be San Antonio and Victor Wembanyama. We are going to take game 1. They take game 2, game 3 as well, and they also take game 4. So it looks like we're going to go ahead and make some adjustments. I really thought this was going to be the year we could get it done. I don't see how we can't. Maybe we can go 9-man rotation so that we have our center still. Bruce Brown isn't getting any minutes. That's actually really shocking. All right, well, 2K, that's how they want it, so let's go ahead and do it. It's a close game, ending the first and heading into the second. They do take a really good lead heading into the third. They're going to hold the lead going into the fourth. We do catch up a little bit, but unfortunately, it's not good enough, and we are eliminated in the first round of the playoffs by the 7th seed when we were the 2nd seed, which is really upsetting to see, honestly, with Zion as your Western Conference MVP and Darius Garland as your Eastern Conference MVP. And the Pelicans sweeping the Cavs in 4 with Zion as your Finals MVP. All right, let's see. We do have the 9th overall pick from Denver. We also have 19 as well and 28. All right. Let's head over to the draft. Check out what our options are, as always. We always got to keep our options open. Right off the bat, I'm not even seeing anything that's even too remotely interesting. So let's go ahead and package our picks again, just like last year. We're going to keep this constant thing rolling. Right. We're going to be sending these picks over to the Atlanta Hawks for DeJounte Murray. And more than likely, this is just going to be trading for DeJounte, just to trade him away to get some better players. Unfortunately, go ahead and end the draft. I don't really want to make any more picks. Don't really want to sign any of the rookies, so let's go ahead and skip past that. All those guys are cool to bring back. I'm happy with that. Go ahead and let him walk as well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's going to get the bag. All right. All right. Has decided to sign with the Trailblazers. Wow. He must have been disrespected by our offer, bro. What kind of shit is that? All right, well, let's definitely bring back him. Definitely want to bring back him as well. And Cam Johnson, if we can. Let's go back to Shai, if we can. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. Can we make him another offer? Looks like we can't at the moment. We still have him on the cap, but yeah. Wow, we just lost Shai. Oh, man. Video might be over now. Wow. That sucks. That is a punch in the face. Oh, man. That was literally the most money I could offer him. I guess I could have traded away people, but damn, our team would have got horrible. Oh, that's rough. In Portland, of all places, taking over Dame's spot. That just hurt. I'm really sorry, Thunder fans. I did not mean for that to happen. Well, looks like we're going to be changing up our lineup a bunch. And it looks like we're going to have DeJounte Murray potentially be our starting point guard. All right. See how this looks after that. All right, DeJounte Murray, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Holmgren, Sengun, Badunga, Holland, Herb Jones, Cam Johnson, Bruce Brown. All right. Definitely feel like there's a trade to make. Definitely got to free up some room. Cam Johnson, I'm sorry, bro, but you're starting to get old. Along with Bruce Brown. Let's go ahead and package you with the lottery protected first from the Magic, and let's see what we can get. All right, we're going to take a gamble on the young Asar Thompson. We're going to go ahead and bring him and Daniel Gafford in. We are going to trade away a couple first-round picks, which is a little upsetting, but that's totally okay. Our team definitely did get a lot better adding Asar Thompson to it. I don't really think that DeJounte Murray is a long-time spot here. So I'm going to go ahead and package him along with Dwayne Washington Jr. And let's go ahead and see what we can get back. All right, we are going to be trading for DeJounte Murray's former teammate in Trae Young and give us our new franchise point guard, losing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which I'm still really upset about. So the new starting lineup is Trae Young, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Sengun, Asar Thompson, Badunga, Ron Holland, Herb Jones, and Daniel Gafford, which is honestly a really solid lineup. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get a number 1 seed or even get close to a championship again this year. We're going to go ahead and simulate, and I will see you guys at the end. All right, we are wrapping up the year, and we are a 60-win team, which I do like to see that a lot. We are the number 1 seed with Josh Giddey winning the MVP. We really do love to see that. Murray Mack is your Rookie of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year goes to Malik Thomas. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama. Most Improved is Dylan Harper. Clutch Player of the Year is Paolo Banchero. And then Mark Dagno is your Coach of the Year. All right, we're slowly but surely getting somewhere with Josh Giddey on the All-NBA First Team. Any other players? We do not, unfortunately. Any defensive players? We unfortunately do not as well. All right. We are taking on, let's see. We're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs, in which we simulate and we take game 1. We also take game 2. They take 3 and 4. Wow. They also take 5. Are you serious? Wow. 60-win team, and we're about to sit here and lose in the first round of the playoffs. Come on, boys. We got to get it together. All right. It's a really close game heading into the 4th, and we barely pulled that one away. I thought I was going to have to jump into the game and watch it. Honestly, was going to, but it kind of went a little bit too fast for me. It is a really close game heading into the 4th. We do have a slight lead, and it looks like we're going to take it for the oh, yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next round, taking on the 5th-seeded Denver Nuggets, in which we simulate game 1, in which we take. We also take game 2, game 3 as well. And we're going to go ahead and sweep the Denver Nuggets in round 2. And we are going to be facing the Memphis Grizzlies in the conference finals. Simulate game 1, in which they take. They also take game 2 and game 3. Wow. We just cannot catch a break, can we? This is kind of wild. All right, go ahead and rebuild our lineups. See if we can fix it a little bit. If not, then I guess this was just our time to go home. We do have a slight lead heading into the third. Thus, we're going to run away heading into the fourth, in which we take this game. We do like to see that a lot. Let's go ahead and simulate our next game, in which they have a really good lead heading on us into the third. We are making a slight comeback, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough to come back and win the game. 10 seconds left, down by 6. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get it done. Ja Morant as your Western Conference MVP, and Darius Garland as the Eastern Conference MVP. Wow. And we have the Grizzlies winning it in 6. At least we lost the eventual champions. Doesn't make it much better. I am really upset about it still, but shit happens. And doesn't look like we have too good of a pick this year, so I'm not really too worried about it. We're going to go ahead and skip past it and head to our player options. Get everybody back that we need to get back, like Badunga, without a doubt. Mikey Williams and Ron Holland. Okay. And any of our guys that need to come back. Just Ron Holland and Mikey Williams. All right. $30 million. Wow, you better be worth it, pal. $16 million a year for Mikey. It's not too bad. The rest of the guys can walk. I'm not really too worried. That's all we're going to do for free agency. There's not really too much we can do, unfortunately. Hopefully, man, this has been a super rough rebuild. It usually is never this hard with the OKC Thunder. It probably wouldn't have been this hard if I wouldn't have messed up and let Shai Gilgeous-Alexander walk. Still my fault. I'm still upset about it. But you got to make it best with what we can do. We're going to go ahead and explore some trades. We do have a lot of good players here, but I think we're going to go ahead and move on from Gafford and Mikey Williams, and we're going to go ahead and send one of our second round picks as well, and let's see what we can get back for it. All right, this is the best trade available. We're going to go ahead and grab Desmond Bane and Josh Hart from the New York Knicks for Mikey Williams, Gafford, and a second round pick. I still think that now might be the time, but I think I'm going to move on from Jalen Williams, and I'm going to package him along with Lindell Wigginton, and I'm going to kind of see what I can get. We are going to be bringing in the twin brother of Asar Thompson and Amen, and we're going to go ahead and make this trade go through with the Houston Rockets. All right, let's see what other moves we can go ahead and make. I think that might be it for now. Our team is really solid, man. Like, I just really don't see how we haven't got it done yet. Maybe it's our center rotation. Maybe it's just like we have too many good players and they don't know what to do. I'm not too sure. But honestly, that's all we're going to do for this season. Let's go ahead and simulate, and hopefully, finally, this is the year we get done, because this will more than likely be the last year of the rebuild, whether or not we win a championship. So hopefully this is it. I will see you guys at the end. All right, guys, we are wrapping up the end of the year, and we are just about a 60-win team. I was hoping to win a few more games, which it looks like we might, honestly. All right, we are a 60-win team. We finish off the season 61-21 with Liam McNeely as your most valuable player. Mo Bellamy, Rookie of the Year. Kobe Buffkin, Sixth Man of the Year. Evan Mobley, Depoy. Most Improved is Steven Castleton, with Cade Cunningham as your Clutch Player of the Year, and Coach of the Year goes to Justin Bird. We do not have any All-NBA players, I believe. We do not. What about defensive players? We do not, unfortunately. We are the 1 seed. We are taking on Portland in the first round, in which we take game 1. We also take 2, 3, and 4. We're going to be taking on Houston in the next round. simulate game 1, in which they take. We take game 2. We also take 3, 4, and hopefully we can get it done in 5, in which we do. Let's see who we play in the next round. Looks like it's going to be San Antonio. All right. We take game 1. They take 2. They also take 3. We take 4. We brought it back. All right. Looks like it is a really close series. Let's go ahead and simcast, and hopefully we can pull away and take it to game 7, because I really do think that we deserve this championship this year. It's a really close game, and it looks like we pulled away and took it 2-7. That's what we like to see. All right. Simcast game 7. Looks like we have a really good lead, and it looks like we might actually take it, boys. Yes, that's what we like to see. Game 7. We forced it, and then we ended up taking it. Let's go. All right, Josh Giddey as your most valuable player for the Western Conference, and your Eastern Conference MVP is Liam McNeely. All right, NBA Finals. Let's go ahead and simulate game 1, in which we take. We'd love to see that. We also take game 2. We take game 3 as well. And can we get it done, please? And we do. And finally, the last year of the rebuild, we win the championship with Trae Young as your Finals MVP. Hell yeah. I'm glad we got that done. All right. Now that we officially completed the championship, I'm glad I can say I got that done. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, in which I wanted to, and we couldn't keep Jalen Williams, which is a part of the core right now. But unfortunately, we did get it done. It took a lot longer than I wanted to, but it's 2K, and sim happens, and you can't really control it. But either way, I do appreciate everybody that did make it to the end of the video. If you did make it to the end, go ahead and leave the words tater tots in the comments. Thank you again for watching the video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. Deuces.